please give me my...
See what a clever move this is.
Look, I need your help to get out of here, Em, please.
Why don't I just put a gun to your head?
I am fine.
You're not fine, Celeste. You're sick.
Dr. Webster said all I need to do is just stay in bed and rest.
Don't try to sell me, Celeste.
That's all.
I talked to Dr. Webster myself. You have pneumonia. And he's saying that you're getting better, but you're not in any shape to be leaving this hospital.
Yeah, well, I can't afford to stay here either. Now, look.
Why?
I can stay in bed at home, Emily. I can lie down and rest.
Why are you being so stupid? You're usually not this dumb.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Why are you worried about money when your health is at stake?
I promise you, I will get through this. I just don't want to stay here racking up more medical bills when I know that it's going to come out of Heather Donnelly's pocket. Can you understand that?
Fine, fine. I'll go talk to somebody and tell them not to take any more of Heather's money.
Oh, yeah, right. Do you think they're really going to turn down Heather's money when they know I don't have a cent to my name? Let's start thinking here, all right?
Well, I have some money saved up, and with Lisa working, I can handle it.
Honey, this is not just about how much this is costing.
I don't understand at all.
Are you going to help me get out of here?
No. Not until you tell me why you're doing this.
Because I don't want Scott to find me here.
Heather?
Wait, let me get this straight. You were actually lying in a casket pretending to be dead?
Uh-huh. Our ploy worked quite well, at least for a while. I tell you something, maybe you better not put that in the book.
No. It's exactly the kind of thing that's going to make your biography unique.
Oh, really?
Fascinating. And we need incidents and insights like that to...
Oh, my God, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh, give me a hug. Oh, my God, what did you get back? You look wonderful. Oh, my God.
Thank you. Danny, Paris, and Eden were exactly what I needed, but it's so good to be home.
Baby, why don't you tell me you're coming back? I would have planned something for you. I would have picked you up at the airport, done something big and fancy, whatever.
We wanted it to be a surprise.
Who's we?
What the hell is this? For my husband on our first anniversary. 1 year ago, the light of your love lit up my heart. But for too long, that light has been far away. So
with this gift, we can shut out the darkness, and the light in our hearts will live forever.
Oh, my God.
Hello, Dr. Donnelly. Heather?
Jeff? Hi.
Hi, you always leave your place open?
Oh, things have been a little hectic with Scott gone. What are you doing here?
Oh, I need you to authorize the charges for the new kitchen towel.
Great.
And maybe things will start getting less hectic.
Scott's back.
Yeah, looks like the man's been trying to find you.
Yeah, he went over to the hospital to see if I was there.
I was just heading over there myself if you'd like some company.
I appreciate your offer, Jeb, but I think I need to face Scott on my own. I promise when I get home, I'll stay in bed, I'll take my pills. Haven't you ever heard what they said about attitude playing a very big part in a person getting well?
No.
Well, it's true. And when I get home, I'll have such a better attitude, I'll probably even be more tolerable.
I don't see what the big deal would be if Scott did see you here.
Emily, Scott is about to make a very big decision.
I know. He's going to be deciding between you and Heather. He's going to pick you. Scott loves you.
Yeah, well, I have to know that. If I'm going to be the woman that he chooses to be in his future, I want it to be because he needs me as much as I need him.
That is the last thing that you should be thinking about right now.
Hi, Scotty. Did you have a good trip? This wasn't my idea.
Celeste, you have a very serious illness. The last thing you should be doing is playing games.
That's what I told her, but of course she wouldn't listen
Come on,
to me.
this is embarrassing enough, Emily, without you making all your comments. Thank you.
Well, they're all true.
All right, Celeste, I want you in bed right now.
Megan is doing the actual writing part of my memoirs.
I'm sure you won't have any shortage of material, Miss Richardson.
Oh,
No, please, make it Megan. That way it'll be easier when I come to you for information about your father.
You can ask her all the questions you want.
You sound awfully confident, Daddy.
Listen, why don't you both excuse me? I know you have a lot to catch up on.
Well, all right, tell you what we'll do. We'll start first thing in the morning, okay?
Fine.
You have any idea how lucky I am to find somebody that competent to do my memoirs? Hmm?
Not to mention young and beautiful.
I didn't, never noticed.
Daddy, you look so wonderful.
Thank you, sweetheart. Oh.
You know, I was really surprised when you told me you're going to retire, but it obviously agrees with you.
Oh, I have never felt better. I love it. I'm doing all the things I never had time to do, and I'm busier than ever. Did you know that Ronald Reagan also had writer's block before he started his memoirs?
Well, maybe if you'd had Megan instead of Nancy.
Don't say that. I don't want to lose her yet.
What are you working on besides your memoirs?
Don't be a wise guy. Forget about it. Oh, goodness to have you home again. I cannot tell you.
Daddy?
What?
You know, Paris was like a new beginning for me. You know, when I left, I really felt like a failure after Jeffrey and I got a divorce.
Honey, it wasn't your fault the marriage broke up.
Part of it was my fault, Daddy. It was. But, you know, when I was in Paris, I realized that no matter what I could have done, I could not have saved our marriage. It was neat. One day I was walking along the Seine, and I was looking up at Notre Dame, and it hit me that I felt good. No, I for the first time in ages, I wasn't depressed. There wasn't anything ahead of me that I dreaded. I was actually happy. And that's when I decided it was time for me to come home and start over again.
I cannot tell you how good that makes me feel. But you know something? I saw it when you came through the door. You had that glow on your face I haven't seen for such a long time.
Jet lag.
Only jet lag. And if your sister has that surprise for Cruz, she must be happy too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, God, Eden's got a long way to go still. She's in a lot worse shape than I was. I have to tell you, the two of us were pretty sad cases that first week or so in Paris.
I don't know, honey. From the reports I got from the office, they were pretty impressed with you two.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny. You know how these Frenchmen are, right? They took one look at the two of us and figured, you know, here are these bimbos from California.
Bimbo?
Yeah, whose daddy's just gonna let them run around and play games. 20 minutes later, when they realized that we knew what we were talking about, it was, oui, mademoiselle, and c'est vrai, madame.
I am so proud of you two, I can't tell you.
We're pretty proud of ourselves. And, you know, I think Eden and I make up such a good team that I hate to break it up. Daddy, I'd like to keep working with her.
Well, honey, that's terrific. I'm very glad to hear that. What are you going to do about our Monte Industries?
I have to talk to Mama about that, I know, but my work at Capital Industries is so much more challenging, Daddy. I'm sure she'll understand.
I hope so. Baby, if that's what you want, I couldn't be happier.
That's the third time in the last hour you've tried to call Inspector Castillo.
You are here to protect me, right? Not to monitor my phone calls?
You know it's too dangerous for him to come and see you, so he might run the risk of someone following him.
I have to talk to Cruz.
The store made it very clear. No returns, no exchanges.
Oh, yeah, well, far be it from me to buck a policy like that.
Please. Let's never be apart again.
You got yourself a deal there, baby.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to ask you a question.
What?
What is this?
Oh, that? Well, it just so happens I was on my way to Paris. If you'd have shown up 5 minutes later.
Well, like I always say, our timing is perfect.
Tell me, what made you decide to grace my doorstep today?
Un moment d'amour.
Never heard a better reason than that. I don't understand what you're saying.
Seems to me you need a little help with your French.
I do. You want to teach me?
Maybe.
I've been told I'm a good student.
Glad we were able to reschedule our dinner. I can promise you there'll be no interruptions tonight.
You didn't tell anyone where you were going to be?
Even I am entitled to a private life every once in a while.
Okay. I find you a very difficult person to figure.
Why is that? I never thought of myself as being all that complex.
Well, maybe you're not, but I do get two distinct pictures of you. One is, which I think that you like people to see, is of a dedicated scientist that cares deeply about his students, so much so that at times you may be victimized by their enormous expectations of you.
Sounds like a pretty fair assessment to me.
I thought you'd think that. And then there's the picture of the man getting a glass of wine thrown in his face. Now, here is a man who obviously loves women and doesn't mind stooping to use his expertise in parapsychology to create a few sparks.
I think you might be exaggerating some of,
Read my mind, Doctor?
Oh.
Oh.
I guess that was a line that I've used a time. This wouldn't be a preamble to canceling dinner tonight, would it?
Oh.
Good. Then I must have done something right, too.
Are you sure you didn't tell anyone where you were?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. I don't know who this is. Excuse me.
Sure.
Called. No, that's all right. I'd like you to meet Dr. Sean Morrissey. This is my daughter, Kelly.
Oh, Kelly. Your mother's told me how much she misses you and your sister.
God, I'm so sorry to barge in on your evening this way.
No problem.
No, would you mind if Kelly had dinner with us?
Oh, Mama, no. We'll just talk tomorrow.
Wait. Excuse me. We can wrap this up very quickly. Obviously, you guys have some catching up to do. Oh. I will bow out, and we'll reschedule our dinner for another time. It's fine. You guys should have some time together, really.
I'm sorry, Sean.
It's all right. Actually, I think I probably owe you one from the time we tried to have dinner last time.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, however, we're going up the coast. I know of a little place where I don't think anybody could even find us.
Give me a call, would you, please?
I will.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Good night. Look at you. Look at me. So gorgeous.
Oh, well, he seemed interesting.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sorry to crash your date.
I can go out with Sean anytime I want. Just tell me everything that's happened.
Well, you know, I'm just kind of interested in what's been going on here. I come home and Daddy's with this beautiful woman writing his memoirs, and you're going out with this interesting doctor.
He's a scientist, actually.
Well, then that's more interesting.
Right. I'll tell you what, let's go downstairs and have dinner, and we can catch up on everything.
I'd rather go to the lair if you don't mind.
You want to go to the lair?
Well, Ted will be there, and I haven't had a chance to see him yet.
Okay, well, call Ted, and we'll have him meet us at the Orient Express, all right?
Because of TJ?
Yes, because of TJ. I don't think you should get yourself involved in that.
One thing that I decided in Paris was that I was not going to run away from my past anymore. I'm home. I'm not going to spend any of my time in Santa Barbara trying to avoid people. I promise you, no one is going to spoil things for us tonight.
Gosh, I can't remember the last time you played so hard to get. Oh, I think it's coming back to me.
Breathe deeply. In and out. Breathe in, hold it, and cough. Celeste, it would help me examine you if you hold your breath when I ask you to.
It's a little difficult to do that right now.
Why, are you in pain?
Nerves.
Nerves?
Scott, you want a way to make a decision. I'm sure you've probably made it. I'm just nervous about it.
Breathe deeply. Hold it and cough. All right, you can get back into bed now.
Do I have to?
Yes, you have to. You have a lot of congestion in your lungs from the pneumonia. The last thing you should be thinking about is going home or why you don't want to be here.
Wait.
I'll come by in a little while and I'll tell you what I've decided.
When?
It won't be long. I've got to talk to Heather first. Looking for you.
How's Celeste?
She's getting better. I left a note for you over at the clinic.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm here.
Oh. Well, I came here looking for you, and I found out that Celeste was sick. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Heather, I swear to you that I didn't know until the nurse told me.
I believe you.
Well, that's what's wrong?
Why don't you tell me? About you don't have to tell me anything. I think it's pretty clear from looking at you.
Look, why don't we go somewhere we can talk?
There's nothing to talk about, Scott. I can tell exactly what your decision is. Thanks.
Heather, come on.
The nights were the hardest.
I heard that.
It's just because of the dreams.
Tell me.
I just think the dreams made me realize that no matter how far away I went, it wasn't going to take away what happened.
You want to talk about it?
Well, they weren't very good. Sometimes I would dream I could hear our baby, and I couldn't find her. And then other times I would dream that I had her in my arms. And I would look into her eyes and she would smile at me. were so real that I couldn't believe that she wasn't standing right there next to me, and I couldn't believe she wasn't alive.
I think everything's gonna be all right, sweetie.
It was just really hard because I felt myself fantasizing, you know, praying that somewhere someone really made a mistake and that she really was okay. And then you weren't with me. And I understood, but I kept trying to come up with a reason why you didn't come to be with me. And I think I convinced myself that the only reason good enough was because of Adriana.
Eden, I'm so afraid of giving you a false hope. But I believe Adriana is alive.
This is an emergency call. The line has been busy for an hour. I understand that, operator, but I want you to break in on the call. Thank you. It's off the hook. You sure?
No luck, huh?
A spider in there.
I don't see any spider.
He was crawling under the sink toward the cabinet.
Well, he's not here now. I don't even see a place he could have gotten in. Maybe you were having a vision or...
Come on, you were in Paris. A lot more must have happened to you than just that.
We were busy working. Besides, I want to hear what's been happening with you.
I know more about Jimmy Stewart movies than I ever thought I would know.
You're still dating Wanda, huh?
Yeah, well, you never really got a chance to meet her.
You're lucky. No, just
Hey.
she's very funny. I'm kidding. I am just kidding.
Well, as long as she's responsible, I like the effect she's having on Ted.
Oh, come on, look, this is not about me. This is about you. Now, what happened? I mean, here you are in Paris, the city of romance. Did you meet Mr. Wright? Again, should I say?
Very funny. Well, there were a few nice men at the office, but I needed breathing room. You know, that's why I went, was to put my life back together again.
Yeah.
Here comes the wrecking ball.
Oh, well. The Capo Princess is back from her goodwill mission to Europe.
Why don't you shut up, TJ?
Ted?
Must be nice, you know? I mean, you wreck two guys' lives, and then you get on Daddy's big jet for a quick getaway. Well, welcome back.
He's not getting away with this, excuse me.
Ted?
What?
Okay, let me just take care of it.
He's not worth it, honey.
Mama, I need to do this.
So are we here to buy a drink?
That's the game, right, TJ? The lady always buys for the big-time hustler. Do you have any idea how pathetic you are?
Yeah, well, if I'm a hustler, what does that make you? Because I remember a time when you couldn't get enough of me.
I was a fool. I convinced myself there had to be more to you than there was on the surface, but I was wrong. You're a hustler, TJ, and that's all you'll ever be.
You back off, okay?
No, you back off. You back off with the wise remarks and the smarmy comments because I am not going to take it anymore.
If you only knew.
Oh, I'm not interested in your threats either, TJ. No, in fact, I'm not interested in anything that you have to say.
Yeah, well, we'll just see about that, won't we?
No, we won't. I have taken about as much abuse from you as I'm ever going to. And don't think I haven't kept up with your records, TJ, because you're on thin ice in this town already. And if you interfere with my life at all, you will not be talking to me, you will be talking to the police.
Thanks for stopping by.
He said he has to talk to Heather first, and that was it. That is wonderful, Celeste. What's so wonderful about it?
It's so obvious. I mean, can't you see it?
There's nothing to see, Emily. Scott was here, and now he's gone, and I don't know any more than I did before.
I can't believe it. I mean, if Scott was going to dump you, why would he have to talk to Heather first?
Do you really think?
You won, Celeste. I know it. What's wrong? I mean, you should be bouncing off the walls.
You know, if Scott decides that he doesn't want to marry Heather, am I supposed to feel happy about that? They were in love. Their whole lives were going along just fine until the day I walked into the clinic.
I don't believe that for a minute. I mean, if they were that much in love, then you coming back wouldn't have made a bit of difference.
Yeah? You gonna try telling Heather that? I like Heather. I think she's a really nice person, regardless of what's happened between us, and this is just gonna destroy her, thanks to me.
I've met her. She's a strong lady, and she'll bounce back.
I don't know.
Why are you beating yourself up like this? I mean, it's not like you meant for this to happen. Okay, when you walked into the clinic, did you know that's where Scott worked?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did. And I tried to say I didn't want to work there, but Father Michael goes dragging me, and he wouldn't take no. The next thing I know, Heather's saying, we want you to work here. You got the job, and...
Okay, fine. Then it's not your fault. You know what? You thought Scott dumped you when he went away to college.
You know, I really thought that he'd given up on me 10 years ago.
There are too many coincidences for you not to believe that you guys are meant to be together. When you were reunited for a reason.
Come on, Emily.
I mean it. Do you think that I could maybe talk to Megan Richardson about this? I think this would be a perfect plot for one of her romance novels. Of course, she might want to call you and do some research.
No. My life is not a romance novel, Em.
It sounds like one to me. And I've read enough of them to know. They're always about two people who are destined to be together. And that perfectly describes you and Scotty.
Yeah.
It's all fate.
Pretty amazing, huh? If I hadn't come back to Santa Barbara when I did...
I don't get it. I mean, are you saying that if you knew this was going to happen, you might have stayed away?
1 week ago, I would have said no. Now I'm just not sure.
You sure you don't mind another session this evening?
No, not at all. I just thought you might want to spend more time with your daughter.
I did, but she wanted to see Ted and Sophia. Don't blame her.
The two of you are very close, aren't you?
Well, she's a wonderful girl. Oh, pardon me, woman.
And then is any daughter ever a woman?
Oh, no, somehow I don't think so. Intellectually, I can see that Eden and Kelly are mature women with difficult jobs to handle, but at the same time, in my heart, they're my little girls.
You know, it's obvious how much you love your children. But I'm sure each relationship is a little different.
I don't think there's any question about that. It's not as if, you know, you favor one over the other, but there is it's kind of a special bond that you have between one of them. Now, with Kelly being as intelligent, as beautiful as she is, she always had a problem dealing with personal things, a lot of personal problems, just like me. I think I saw that bond from the time she was a baby.
Do you remember much about her childhood?
You're kidding? Everything. Especially the night she was born.
Would you mind telling me about it?
I can tell you everything about it. Sophia was already past due. Both of us joked about the baby. Didn't want to make the grand entrance because she knew how difficult life was going to be. Waited around for days. Finally, we were going stir crazy, so we went out on the yacht. Yeah, we wouldn't go too far. Take a little ride. It's a beautiful night. As soon as we got out there, the engines went out on us. Wouldn't you know? 30 seconds later, Sophia started going into labor. I called for the Coast Guard emergency rescue team, but it seemed like it took them forever to get to us. I mean, I was desperate. Because I could tell by the the kind of pain that Sophia was having, that it wasn't natural what was going on. And I was right. It was a breech birth, but I didn't want to tell her that I knew about it. So anyway, they finally got there and everything turned out just right. Got to the hospital. First time I held Kelly in my arms, I looked into those gorgeous eyes and I knew. I just knew we had a special something between us. She was so beautiful even then. There's something about holding your own newborn baby in your arms. God, it is a miracle, isn't it? Well, you all right?
I'm fine. It's just very touching the way you love your children.
Huh. Keep right.
Well, I think it's great you just put TJ in his place, but I'd like to make sure...
Ted, listen, I really just think it's better off that I keep things straight between TJ and me from now on.
All right, all right. It was great having you back here.
Thanks. We'll catch you before we go.
Okay. See you a bit, Mom.
I'm so proud of him.
He seems really happy.
It's been a long time since he was ready to take a chance on a relationship again.
Wanda?
Yeah, that's the way I felt about Wanda when I first met her. But despite all her obsession, she's really a terrific girl.
Good, I'm glad. Okay, now that Ted and I have things straight, what's going on with you and Daddy?
There's nothing going on. Well, I mean, he's made a couple of decisions since you were in Paris. And I started to tell you about how he settled the whole oil rig situation with the workers.
I heard. He was really generous.
He was very generous. And he retired. But he hasn't put any pressure on me at all. And I think we both agree that going separate ways is the best thing.
Okay, so where does Sean and, what's her name, Megan, where do they fit into this whole thing?
She's writing your father's biography.
But you think there's more to it than that?
No, I don't think. I have absolutely no reason to think that there's... I don't trust her. I don't know why I even say that. It's just the way she looks at him. But it's none of my business.
I know what you mean, though. Because just in those few minutes that I met her, there was something, but you know, Daddy's an attractive man. Why wouldn't she be interested?
That's right. He's an attractive man. Why wouldn't she be interested?
And Sean is an attractive man.
Let's talk about Paris.
The first few weeks were pretty tough. You know, I was still really feeling sorry for myself. And then I started working with Eden. And boom, my self-confidence came back right away. You know, Mama, I have not felt stronger than I feel right now, ever.
That's wonderful.
There's something I need to talk to you about.
Okay.
Well, while I was working with Eden, I found that we kind of challenged each other. I don't know, it was a good thing. And it was as if we'd make each other work harder, better. I'd like to keep working with her, Mama.
Well, if that's what you want, that's what you should do.
I'm sorry.
No, they shouldn't be sorry. Jessica has taken your place at Armonti, and she's done okay. Actually, I was always afraid that Armonti wasn't enough of a challenge for you.
The last thing that I want to do is hurt you.
Oh, honey, I'm not hurt. I think it's great that you and your sister are working together, and your dad will be thrilled.
Yes?
Yeah. You see, what's really important is that you make up your own mind and you choose your own things. I would like to give you and Ted and Eden everything on a silver platter, but you have to figure these things out for yourself, and obviously that's what's been going on, and that does make me happy.
Thank you, Mama.
And you really do seem more self-confident, more sure of yourself than I've seen you in a long time. I'll tell you what, I think you're going to get everything you want out of life.
At this point, what I know for sure is that the man who abducted Sandra is somehow involved in the kidnapping of Adriana.
Well, then we have to find him.
We will.
Well, we don't have all the time in the world. If Adriana has been sold to some family, we have to find her.
Well, I know that, but we have to be patient.
I don't believe you haven't told me about
Well,
this.
I started to 100 times, darling, but This case has gone through so many bizarre twists, and I didn't want to build your hopes up. I wanted to put the baby in your arms.
What about this woman, Sandra?
I think she needs a rest right now. I've been pushing her really hard.
Well, obviously she's taking you this far. If anybody's going to find our baby, it's probably her, correct?
Yes, but she's a very sensitive person. It's not like just pushing a button. She gets these images in bits and pieces. It's not always apparent immediately what they mean. I mean, I have tried to force her. You can't do it.
Do you understand what you're saying? We are talking about our child, our baby. We just can't stand to sit around here and wait if she's out there.
Sweetheart, I know, but you're going to have to trust me on this.
Is there something you're not telling me about this person?
Where to begin, you know? She's a psychic. She's different. I mean, to look at her, you'd think she was just anybody on the street, but she sees the future before it happens. She sees other people's pain, mainly. I mean, this case has been incredibly difficult for her. Tonight, she got a little bit overwrought emotionally, and, I don't know. It's going to take her a while, I think, to get it back together to be able to help us find the baby.
Well, I personally find it very frustrating to think that somebody knows where our baby could be, and we have to sit around and wait.
I find it frustrating, too, believe me. But as far as I can see, it's the only way.
Cruz, if she's alive, if she's out there somewhere, we have to find her.
How's everything there? Oh, good. That's right. It's morning here. I just got up about an hour ago. Oh, yes, I do. I love Rome. It's wonderful. It's beautiful, and I have a hotel that looks out over this little square. Yeah, well, just mostly out walking around a lot and sitting in cafes, trying to get to know the people, so the book will seem as authentic as possible. No, I haven't decided on the title yet. Oh, I miss you too, sweetheart. That's wonderful. All right. I love you. Goodbye.
You want me to leave you alone so you can get some sleep?
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
I wonder when Scotty's going to come back.
He's probably still talking to Heather.
What was it like that night you told him you still loved him?
Crazy. We were in the cemetery.
Are you kidding me?
No. He looked in my eyes, and I thought, even if he's not in love with me, I can tell there's still something else there. So I just had to tell him.
So you just came out and said, I still love you, Scotty?
That was about it.
And then did he kiss you?
No.
No?
He probably didn't feel very comfortable. I mean, I can't blame him. He's still engaged to Heather.
Or Scotty.
Poor Heather.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that you and Scotty haven't even kissed since high school?
That's right. Not since our big blow-up right before he left for college.
That's incredible. I mean, you're getting a chance to change your whole life's history.
Yeah, pretty scary.
Why is it scary? That's wonderful. I mean, neither one of you have really changed.
No, that's where you're wrong, Emily. We've both been through so much over the past 10 years. And now all of a sudden we're supposed to just pick up right where we left off? I don't know if that's possible.
It'll work. It has to. When you're in love, love always finds a way.
Why did you follow me here, Scott?
Because I want you to listen to me.
I already know what you're going to say. I should have known from the moment you left town to think things through.
Heather, please,
Scott, look,
okay?
I'm not saying that it's anyone's fault. It's just one of those things I know, but I'm the only one who's getting left out here. And nothing that you can say right now is going to make me hurt any less.
Will you please just listen to me? I hate that you're in pain, okay? But I just want you to know that I haven't made any decisions about my future yet.
You haven't?
No, I haven't. All I know for sure is that I have to resolve my past before I can move on.
You trying to tell me that you don't love me anymore, Scott?
I do love you. But right now, I feel like I'm being pulled in two different directions.
Scott, if you love me, we can work through this. The two of us together can work through it.
I don't think that's possible. I need to do this on my own.
Okay, as long as you're being so honest with me here, let me ask you something, Scott. Are you in love with Celeste?
As soon as you think the time is right, I really would like to meet Sandra.
All right.
You know, on the plane on the way over, I kept thinking about what a wonderful romantic evening we would have. I never dreamt you would even have news about Adriana. I'm so glad you followed your instincts and you didn't give up.
I'm just so happy I can share this with you. I think it'll be so great. I think there's really hope now. You and Chip and Adriana and I can be a family.
Tonight, with the Academy Awards up for grabs, studios are rolling out the hype, but can Hollywood's hard sell make an Oscar's worth of difference? I'm Tom Brokaw. Join me on NBC Nightly News.